summer travel. A lot of us are thinking about it, and that often means some plane rides. And for the little ones, it's exciting and also maybe a little scary. Best-selling author Deborah Underwood has written a new book to help kids get ready for their very first flight. It's called Bearplane, and she's here to tell us all about it. Welcome to Bay Area Focus, Deborah.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we were just chatting, and you said you've had a few books that you've written already. Tell me about that.
Yeah, no, I started writing for kids in, oh my goodness, I think it was about 2000, and I've had about 30 picture books come out, and I've also written a lot of nonfiction.
Okay, and this most recent one, Bearplane, is an adorable picture book where we follow a little bear cub on his first trip. He's taking on an airplane. So this is perfect for our little ones that are maybe going to the airport for the first time. So what are you covering in this book when it comes to travel for our kids?
Yeah, well, one of the things is it's a kind of a bouncy rhyming picture book. So it tells the story of a little bear cub and his grown-up as they get picked up by the shuttle and go to the bearport and do all the fun bearport things there, and then go onto the Bearplane, and then they end up at a family reunion on Blueberry Hill where Granny Bear is waiting to surprise them. So it's a fun story about the little bear, but it's also, I think, really good as a walkthrough of what the actual travel process is like. As you know, so many families have postponed travel during the pandemic, and I think there's an even larger group of kids who has never really gotten to go on an airplane and doesn't know what it's like. So this is a way, I think, for parents and other adults to walk through the whole process with them so they can see, what it's like to go and check your bags and go through security and pick up a snack from the airport shops or the Bearport shop, and then what the whole plane trip is like. So I'm hoping it will be something that parents and grandparents and other adults in kids' lives can use to just get them familiar with the process, so maybe they're not so intimidated by it.
Because it can be so scary. Airports are such weird places for little kids. And so this book of yours is so relevant as we are in the middle of summer travel. And I've learned that your book came from some real life inspiration. So what happened in your family while traveling?
Yeah, well, one of the things when I first wrote the book, it was a pretty seamless flight. Like nothing went wrong. And I don't know about you, but that is not often my experience. And so my editor very wisely said, why don't we add in some things that might be a little bit strange or disconcerting to kids, like turbulence, for example, or like having your ears pop when you're descending. And as soon as she said that, I immediately thought of once when I was on a family trip to Disneyland with my niece, who was about 8. She got pulled aside in security for one of those random screenings where they had to swab her fingertips. But I will never forget that look of just kind of, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? This guy in the uniform just pulled me aside. And so I made sure in the book to actually put the little bear cub accidentally sets off the security thing because the little trucks in the bear's paws are metal, and he kind of walks through the gate. So the security guard is very nice and just has him go through again. But just those little hitches that we experience, I think it's helpful for kids to see somebody else experiencing them. So if it happens to them, they know things are going to be okay.
Bear Cub did it, so I can do it too.
Exactly.
I wish I had a book like that. I also love the fact that Bear Cub has his teddy with him as well, which is so sweet because I know I would not travel without my Lammy. So I know I'm sure every kid has their little thing that they travel with, so it's definitely relevant. But what I really love about your book is that it's quick and to the point, but it's also filled with some wit and humor. So can you share with our viewers some of those very cute puns?
There are some very fun puns, but I also just want to point out the illustrator, Sam Wedlick, did such a fabulous job of elaborating and adding just funny little things in the background. And you know how kids look at picture books. They see everything. They find things on first reading that I don't see on the 20th reading. And one thing in particular, there's a snack cart on the Bearplane. And so they're getting cups of honey, but she also added in all these really fun snacks like bamboo snack sticks and artisanal wild grasses. And one of my favorite things is termite brittle, and it says now with more bugs. So she did a great job with that.
How fun is that, and so great for kids and maybe ease them a little bit before those big trips to the big scary airport. Well, thank you so much for your time. And again, the book is Bearplane by Deborah Underwood, on sale now on Amazon and at independent bookstores nationwide.